I'm Laura McNamara at the ACE Annual Conference in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Joining me now is Kim Herzog, CCO of Encore Energy, and she was just named as part of the board for ACE. So go ahead and just kind of tell us about how you feel on being on the board.
Yeah, thank you. I am so excited. Encore is so excited to be officially a part of the ACE board. ACE is an organization we've been members of for several years now, and I've been at the conferences, the different events, and the ACE team, everybody part of the ACE community, really, the members are just so welcoming but knowledgeable, and it's just the amount we've learned from ACE to be able to take it to the next level and be on the board and hopefully give back to the organization, because we feel like we've gotten so much just from the connections and, like I said, everything that we learned at the conferences and from everybody, that we're ecstatic to be on the board, honestly.
And is that the main benefit, do you feel, is the connections, the networking for your company, or are there other benefits?
Yeah, good question. I think that the networking stands out just because it's full of such great people, so that's what comes to mind right away. You know, when you think of what do you love about ACE, it's well, you just love seeing everybody. But we learned so much from ACE too. We are an energy partner. That's what we do. We're a natural gas company, and we know our business really well, but keeping up with everything going on in the ethanol business is really hard when you're not in it day to day. So to be able to learn from the conferences and the content that ACE puts out, it really helps us understand what the ethanol plants are faced with and then how we can help be a better partner to them.
Okay. And what do you want to bring to the board personally, being a part of it?
Yeah, good question. You know, first thing I want to do is really learn and observe how the board's functioning and what their priorities are. And I've had the benefit of getting to know a lot of the board members outside of ACE, or whether it's through ACE as well. But kind of just bring a perspective that maybe hasn't been brought to the board before. So I guess I don't know exactly what the impact will be, but I know that me and Encore, we're not going to be afraid to kind of have a voice, I guess, as it's appropriate, just because I think part of being a new member is you can bring a perspective that maybe hasn't been talked about, or just ask the right questions. And it's been fun too. Everybody's been really welcoming, which has been really heartwarming, honestly, about getting elected to the board. So that's been a really fun thing today.
It seems like a really close-knit community, and everybody gets along and mingles well and supports each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. And having been coming for a couple years now, or several years, you know the people, a lot of them, so you're getting to know new people, but it's also fun to catch up with people. You know, you've developed relationships with them, which takes a lot of time. So to be at that point now, I and Encore feel super honored to, like I said, kind of take it to the next level.
And then what are some of the issues you think need to have a voice?
Yeah, well, I did go to my first fly-in last year. And so, like I said, something that ACE does a great job on is making sure that you know the priorities that are the most relevant and ones that we need to be focused on to really move the needle. So E15, I think, is the one that is obvious and everybody's talking about, but just given that we're not to the finish line on that yet, at the board meeting today, a new topic came up that I won't say because I'm not sure if you're supposed to talk about it right now, with everybody, but it was one I hadn't heard of before. And so I'm excited to learn more about that. One of the participating plants is somebody that we partner with directly, so I'll be able to learn from them. But like I said, the ACE team just is excellent at making sure that you know the priorities. So going to the fly-in, already marked my calendar, plan on going next year, and just making sure that we're advocating for whatever we need to in the ethanol industry.
Excellent. And right now we're actually at the Twins game at Target Field, the ballpark. It's a beautiful day, and it's right before the conference actually officially started. So are you having fun?
Oh my gosh, so much fun. And I've been telling this story all day, but my daughter, who's 4, we got to meet Kalen Culpepper, who's the Twins shortstop. He was playing for the minor league team still, the St. Paul Saints, and they came out to Omaha, and we happened to be at the baseball game, and we got a chance to meet him, and he couldn't have been more friendly. So he got called up to the Twins a week later, and he's playing today, and he's doing great. So it's kind of fun. My daughter calls him her friend Kalen, even though we only talked to him for 30 seconds, but everybody's a fan of Kalen Culpepper in our house.
Well, that's kind of serendipitous. That would be cool if you could end up spotting him and getting a photo, but that would be full circle.
We should do it after the game.
We'll go hunt him down.
Exactly. Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just, like I said, say thank you to everybody for being so welcoming. Like, I have had multiple people come up and congratulate me for getting on the board, and myself and Encore is just super humbled and excited about it. So appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.